Loki episode 2 just dropped on Disney Plus this Wednesday. Again, this is a weird thing to me to think about, like Disney Plus drops on Wednesday. Because I think for most people it's like, okay, it's dropping on Wednesday now, but for me it's like I've been reviewing every Disney Plus piece of content every Friday since around the time Disney Plus launched. So that's been a very long time, and I've been covering everything on Disney Plus. I think probably since June, and it's always been Friday. Now there were a couple times where you got like a Tuesday drop for like one day it was like Mickey Mouse's birthday or whatever, and they're like, hey, we'll drop some shorts or whatever, and I did a review that day. But for the most part, it's been Wednesday. So it's a little awkward for me to be covering this on Wednesdays just because like I'm not used to the Wednesday drops. But it seems like with Monsters at Work, another Disney Plus show dropping next month, we are getting more Wednesday releases and other days of the week releases. So we will see. But yeah, this episode I like significantly less than the first episode. I think this episode has some pretty major pacing problems. It's pretty slow. Like there's one part in one scene where by the way, spoilers I guess for this episode. Well, not I guess, there's spoilers. But there's a scene where Owen Wilson's character sits down, puts his little cup, and she reminds him to put it on a coaster. And it's just this worthless line, and it's like, cool, I guess it's maybe mildly funny or whatever, but like in terms of the context happening in the episode, it's useless. And there are a lot of moments like that within this episode where it's just like worthless information, worthless things happening to like the story. And it's also like the first episode had a little bit of pacing problems. I didn't really mention that in the review because it didn't really matter to me because like if I was watching and discovering all this information the first time. So when I went to rewatch it, I noticed the pacing issues. But the first time is like that excitement of like what's going on, learning all this information. That's pretty cool. But the second time, a little bit hurts it. This episode, and it wasn't too noticeable. This is a very noticeable episode where that happens because it just like it feels like the episode's meandering until we get to the end of the episode and Loki goes through a portal and he's trying to they're trying to and I don't think he's duping them like they probably think. I think he's obviously has a plan. What that plan is, I'm not exactly sure. And I like the episode. I like the episode's themes of like philosophy and like where we come from and things like that. That's interesting. I don't know why it's being explored in a Marvel show exactly, but it's kind of interesting, I guess. And yeah, it was a decent episode. I I just I don't know. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what the point of Loki coming back is. And this episode didn't really further me on him coming back. It didn't really do anything to excite me for the rest of the show. But it wasn't a bad episode either, so it's just kind of like it's kind of in the middle, I guess. But yeah, all right episode. If you like me covering Disney Plus content, then you should subscribe and stay tuned. Next Friday, or not next Friday, this Friday I'll be covering the new Pixar movie dropping exclusively on Disney Plus, Luca, and I will be covering Big Shot and the next episode, The Bad Batch. All those on Friday, so stay tuned, subscribe, do all that, and I'll see you guys next time.